Our next two speakers are from Time Value Software. I have Mauricio Mora and Megan Bailey, and they'll be speaking to you regarding the benefits of online financial calculators on your website. Welcome, Mauricio and Megan.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me okay back there? Yeah? Okay, yeah, like you just heard, my name is Mauricio Mora. Or for those of you that might find Mauricio hard to say, you can feel free to call me Mo. My wife calls me Mo, so that's okay if you do that as well. I work with Time Value Software. I actually wear quite a bit of hats there. Currently, my main focus is actually our online financial calculators and getting the word out and helping people to maximize how to use the calculators to their benefit. So that's primarily my focus. Also trying to develop relationships with organizations like MLSLI to provide benefits to their members, which is what we're going to be talking to you a little bit about today.
And my name is Megan Bailey, and can you guys hear me okay? Well, I've been with the company for about 13 years now, and our primary focus is time value money calculations. So our primary flagship program is T-Value, which is an amortization program, which stems from to the calculators. And we've been in business now for about a little over 25 years. And once again, our flagship program is T-Value amortization program, and the calculators is a stem from that program.
Yeah, so we have about 1 million users of our T-Value software program. That's really where we have our roots. We actually work with a lot of different industries, real estate being one of them, but banking, accounting, basically if money is exchanging hands, we work with them. Now, just I hope you guys don't mind, we're going to do a little tag team here just so we don't get completely bored with us. Also, we wanted to make sure that you kind of met a couple people from our company. When you call our company, you're always going to get great support. We're going to take care of you, make sure that you're happy. So, Megan works a lot with helping the customers out, making sure that they have their needs met. And so I want to make sure you guys got to know her as well.
One main reason why we're here is to help make aware through, if you have a website and you're an MLS member, you get this member benefit through them, and it is the financial calculators. You might be asking yourself, why do I need financial calculators for my website? There's a couple of key reasons why you need financial calculators for your website. One, people, especially in this economy right now, you want to make informed decisions about buying a home, or can I qualify for a loan, or any type of what-if scenarios. You want to know certain what you're going to be in for if you're purchasing something as valuable as a home purchase. You also want to be out in the field and overcome a lot of the obstacles that might be in your mind. Can I really afford this home? Can I really have enough money to put down on a mortgage payment? And that is why our calculators come into play for your website. So if you're out there in the field, and if you have a web-friendly mobile version of our calculators, a web-friendly version, you can go ahead and optimize the calculators, take a look at in front of your client and say, yes, you can afford this home or buy this home. And this is one main point, though, if you are still asking in your mind why you need financial calculators for your website, if you do not have them on your website, your customers might be going to other realtors' websites, therefore seeing other listings, and then obviously going down that road of going to other websites, other listings, and leaving your site.
Yeah, Megan's right. There's actually a study done by Forrester's Research, or a big research firm. Some of you may have heard of them, where they took a look at online tools to find out, what are the most popular online tools. They found that financial calculators are the most popular tool on the web. In fact, what they found is about 75 million people that use the web, 44% of them are the ones that are going there to get this information. I think what really probably we've all felt, the economy has changed, the way people consume has changed. Before, people would buy now, deal with the consequences later. That's not happening anymore. People need to make an informed decision. And I'm going to tell you, I'm a big fan of these calculators because it's impacted me. I actually, about 3 years ago, I tell everybody this story because I think it really illustrates the point. 3 years ago, for my wife's 30th birthday, she wanted a car. So I had been saving for a while, and she asked for a minivan. So it's not like she asked for a Ferrari or anything, right? So I thought, So I asked, she wanted a specific car, certain color leather, and it had, so I did a lot of research trying to find this real specific van that she wanted, and I finally found it. It was like 10:30 at night. And so then the next question is, okay, I got the car, can I afford it? So I knew my credit union had a calculator that allowed me to figure out what my car payment would be. So I hopped on my credit union's website, and a couple seconds, it showed me that, hey, I could afford that car. So now I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to have to make arrangements tomorrow, take a half day, go to the bank, fill in the loan docs, and do all that stuff. Well, my credit union did a really great job. They put a button right next to the calculator that said, click here now to apply for an auto loan. So I thought, what the heck? I'll give it a shot. What do I got to lose, right? Click the button. Literally, it was super easy. 5 minutes later, congratulations, you've qualified for a loan for X amount. And it was, a sufficient amount to buy the car. And it gave me instructions. Please come into the branch to sign the loan docs. So the next day at lunch, I went into my local branch. I signed the loan docs. It literally took me 15 minutes. I walked out with the cashier's check in hand. For me, it was the best experience ever because it took me very little time. I didn't have to take a half day, sit in line, wait for the loan officer to come and talk to me. It was done like that. For the credit union, they made a sale at 10:30 at night when everybody else was, in their bed sleeping. So everybody wanted that. Now, you got to extrapolate that out to you as well as real estate agents. Really, if you think about it, people go through a process when they decide to make a major purchase, a major buying decision. And there's a lot of things, a lot of emotional things that are involved, and a lot of logical things that are involved as well, right? And so really, what calculators do is they walk people through that buying process, and at every stage, they answer a question that is an obstacle for the person to move forward to the next stage. For example, I'm a young father or a young husband, not even a father yet. My wife and I are trying to decide if we should continue renting or if we should buy a small condo. Well, before maybe somebody might say, let's just go for it and buy it. Well, that's not happening anymore. They're going to want to know the answer to that question. Well, we have a calculator where somebody can actually go in there and it says, should I rent or buy? And then it tells them, if you buy and you stay in your house for the next 3 years, you're going to save $60,000, right? Do you think I'm going to be motivated to buy now? Yeah, right? But then now that leads me to another question. Okay, I know I should buy, but how big of a house do I buy? Should I spend $1 million? Should I spend $100,000? How do I know? Well, we have a calculator that says, how much home can I afford? Right? And so you can see how it kind of walks you through those processes. Once you've answered all those questions, now you have somebody who is an informed consumer, who is ready to make a buying decision, and potentially more importantly, you have somebody who's emotionally involved and ready to make a buying decision. All you have to do is make it easy for them to make a buying decision with you. And that was the point really that Megan was trying to drive home. If on your website, like most realtors, you have one calculator and all it answers, the only question it answers is, what is my mortgage payment? Guess what? That is not sufficient. And I'm pretty savvy in the internet now. So I can go to Google and say, should I rent or buy a calculator? And your website is now going to come up. Your competitor's website is going to come up. And now they're going to get to market to me. They're going to get to tell me how awesome they are and, whatever. You're not going to get to do that anymore. You just lost me as a potential customer. So hopefully that gets you to see the importance of these calculators on your website. And it's not enough to have a calculator. You want to make sure you have a sufficient, robust offering. So I wanted to give you an idea of how these work. Now, you're going to have to potentially bear with me because I know we're having some internet issues in this room. So ideally, I'd like to show you the calculators live, but I might not be able to. So hold on one sec here. Okay. There he goes. Is it up there? No? There. All right. It's Alt-Tab. Here we go. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's see if these will work for me. All right, so here's one example of one of our customers that has our calculators. Now, before I go any further here, real quick question. How many people here have TCalc calculators on their website? Do you guys know? Okay, not many of you. That's good, because then you guys will have an opportunity to add them. For those of you that do have them, I am going to let you know we have a couple new features that are available effective a couple of days ago. So you'll want to take advantage of those new ones. It looks like it's not going to allow me to go back, is it? No. Oh, there it goes. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to have to show you the screenshot that I took. I apologize for that. So it won't be as nice, but. So here's a screenshot of a website. It's called condosource.com. The biggest benefit of TCalc financial calculators is that the calculators are super customizable. So, right now, what a lot of people are doing is, they go somebody, they get a website, and the website's kind of cookie cutter, right? And then they kind of move on with it. Well, the problem with that is if I go to your website and it looks just like the other person's website, it's not differentiated in any way. It makes it confusing and hard for me to decide. If your website is more interactive, it's more informative, it looks nicer, then that helps me make a decision as to whether or not I like you better, right? So what's nice about a product like TCalc is that it only takes like 5 minutes to install. And you can have your developer do that. I know in some cases MLSLI will help you with that. We will help you with that. So it takes very little time. Secondarily, right off the bat, the calculators automatically customize themselves with your website's look and feel. They pick up on what's called the style sheet, which is what tells your website the font size, and color schemes, right? So our code picks that up. They will automatically look like your website. Once you have that done, you can then go ahead and make the calculators look like whatever you want. If some of you like to use a little bit of Flash on your website, make the calculators function in Flash. If you have a certain interesting look that's really unique to you, you can do that. And these things take minutes to do, not hours. So it's very simple to do. Now here we have an example with these guys where they basically laid out our calculators in a format that makes sense, that kind of walks somebody through a buying process. Those of you that currently have our calculators, you don't have them in this format. This is a new format that we're rolling out effective 2 days ago that you can get out of the box. Where basically it says, it talks about home ownership. Should I rent or should I buy? And how much home can I afford? It talks about qualifying for a loan, structuring a loan. So it kind of walks them through every single stage there and leads them to that point. Ideally, at the bottom of that list of calculators, you would have a button that would say something to the effect of, fill this form out, call me, so on and so forth. So one of the things that's important with the Calcs that's a new thing is that we've rolled out the ability to use the calculators on the mobile web. So I don't know if any of you have mobile web-friendly websites currently. I was talking to some of the developers out there. They told me that they're starting to do that. So if you don't have that, I really recommend you work in that direction. This is our first taker on that. This is actually a bank. If you on your iPhone or your Android go to 1cb.com and you scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see that website actually looks very different from this because it's a mobile web-friendly website. If you scroll down to the bottom, it says choose an option. Choose calculators, and you're going to see the calculators in a mobile web-friendly environment. That's going to be huge. As I'm sure you've been hearing all day long, people want instant gratification on their iPads or Androids and their iPhones, right? So TCalc gives you the ability to do that currently. I believe we are the only vendor, if not one of two, that can be used on the mobile web because we don't use Java and we don't use Flash. So iPhones and iPads still use it.
Since a lot of you guys didn't raise your hand knowing about financial calculators on your website, how many do have websites? How many are MLS members? Okay, this is the one area I want to hit home. This is a benefit for you. This is no charge. Just to give you kind of a big picture, if you were to call Time Value Software today, you'd be charged anywhere between $200 to $1,200 adding financial calculators to your website on an annual basis. With the MLS, you guys get it for a member benefit and no charge. So this is one area. Your members, and you have a website. It's something definitely to think about.
That's right. So write your local MLS LI member or staff member and thank them. So real quick, we'll end with this. How do you get it? It's really simple. Write this URL down. I was going to show it to you, but again, we're having internet issues. So go to www.mlstechs.com. www.mlstechs.com. If you go there, there's going to be a place where you can click and fill out a form, and that's all you have to do. They're going to send you the code to get the calculators up and running. If you need help with that, you can call MLS LI staff, or you could call us. They would have our contact information, and we'll walk you through setting that up. So with that, does anybody have any questions at all that we can answer? Yes?
You said you have more than one. What do you have?
More than...
A calculator. Is more than one calculator?
Yes, there's actually 45 different calculators that you can get. So yeah, you can pick, as part of your membership, you can pick and choose as many as you want. You can have all of them, you can have 2 of them, whatever you want. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, I'll ask a question.
Sure.
Since I'm already set up with the 2-day-old one, how do I convert it? How difficult is that? I just go to mlstech.com and the steps are there.
Yes, absolutely. So if you go there, you can actually, you can get the new version, just by going to that website, and they'll send you new code, and your developer or whoever, makes changes to your website will just copy and paste that code over your existing code, and that'll be it.
Do I have to get in touch with them?
Yeah, you have to get in touch with your developer, yes. Yeah, unless you don't make the changes yourself, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, then you're the developer. So you can call us, and we'll help you.
It takes no time.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. It takes no time to add these calculators to your website, and it's a huge benefit for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you'll have to re-register. Yeah, I was just told by Satya. You have to re-register on mlslitech.com?
MLStext.com.
mlstext.com, yeah.
Re-register there.
Any other questions? Yes.
Mo, do you guys suggest to put the calculators on their own page and then optimize that page for the term financial calculators, Long Island, mortgage calculators, stuff like that, so people could actually find a specific page on your website?
Absolutely. I don't have I didn't have a lot of time, but if I had time, I would give you lots of tips. I've seen thousands of websites. What I would definitely do is you always want to have one page where you list all your calculators. No, just one page that says, here are all my calculators, because that is going to be more likely the page that people will save to their list of favorites, right? Because all the resources are there on one page. But then you want to place those calculators throughout your website. Anytime you're talking about a specific topic that there's a calculator for, throw a calculator right next to it. Because again, it's all over the place. Yeah, actually, and it's simpler than that. You put the code on one page, and then you create a link to the specific calculator anywhere throughout your website. And I don't know if you've ever created a hyperlink before. It takes seconds. So, and I know people who will actually highlight a calculator of the day or the month or whatever. So yeah, definitely do that. Also, the calculators are always on your website, so that means they get indexed with Google. So for SEO, search engine optimization, you get credit, as people go to those calculators. So it's a good thing for that also. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, on that text site, when you go there to MLS, that site right now, where do you go to?
Oh, good question. So you go to, you go to free content. Free content, yeah. So, any other questions? No, thank you real much. Real quick, too, by the way, I know Megan was saying she's looking to buy a house in Long Island, so make sure you guys hit her up after this, okay? Thank you very much. Have a great day.